Hey everybody, welcome back. Alright, today I'm going to show you the Retevis RB19 22 channel FRS walkie-talkies. Alright folks, welcome back. So we are going to do a test on these, and we're going to try out how far I can get with them. But the first thing I want to do is show you these radios, because I think they're kind of cool for what they are. Now, a lot of times we've been buying these blister pack radios in the stores that say 22 channels, 70 miles guaranteed. You know, of course that's not realistic. Maybe if you're on flat land facing each other, you know, or two mountain peaks facing each other 7 miles apart, you might get that distance. Generally, you're not going to get that distance from FRS radios. They're under 2 watts. I mean, you know, 2 watts or under. So they're not, you know, overly powerful radios. However, they do have a purpose in prepping and preparedness. And these, you can see how thin they are. Really, really small form factor. They do have a keypad lockout, so if you're giving these out to people in your neighborhood for communications, you just hold this key in the middle and it will lock it out. So you can say, all right, we're on channel 4, don't touch anything. The reason I like FRS radios for, say, a local group, maybe a group on your street, is because you don't have that ridiculous range where they're going to go far, far past. So the chances of somebody monitoring you 6 streets over is kind of small. And they're easy to use. They're convenient. They're accessible. I can have one of these, and I could be talking to your little Midland handheld. That's why I like FRS radios for, say, your local neighborhood during an emergency or disaster. Now, yesterday we saw that big attack in, you know, on that headquarters there near AT&T, and it took out all the communications for that whole area as well as surrounding states. So you see, we're having some kind of immediate communications system is really, really handy for you. And the fact that these are so small and so lightweight, I mean, you can just strap this onto your belt and not even have to worry about it. It does have a spot here so you can plug in your USB to charge it, and it is USB-C, or headphone and speaker jack as well. So you do have a USB-C charger. If you buy the 10-20 unit pack of these, they do have a drop-in charger, and you can see that on either side. What I'm going to show you in the link below is the 3-pack and the single individual ones. And the individual ones are $26.99 each. The 3-pack is $46.99. And I also have a 2-pack there too. So you can check that out. That's what these are. This is just 2 radios. Very simple to use, very easy. The accessories they come with, your USB-C charging cable. And I am glad to see more everyday run-of-the-mill devices going to USB-C because it's a very, very fast charging system. You also will get adapters, so you can plug them in. And you will get an instruction manual, which is very, very good, actually. There's about 2 or 3 pages of important instructions, and I will explain what these radios do. And then there's like pages and pages of safety and don't this and don't that, and you know, so it covers everything you need to know about the radios. They are very easy to use. If you're going to turn them on, you have a black button up top there. You'll hit that button there.
Power on.
And it will say power on, and then it will tell you what channel you're on.
22.
22. Okay, I'm going to power this one on.
Power on.
Okay, and now to move the channels, you're going to have to hit the center, and then up or down.
1.
This is just volume without that center button, so see I'm making it lower or higher. Okay, I'm going to keep this one low.
1.
So we're going to move to
22.
22.
VOX.
VOX we want off. That's your Vox setting. So these will automatically start talking when you talk, which you don't really want. Okay. Real quick, let me just transmit here. Hello, hello, hello. I think that was on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. That's why I wanted to turn it down.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And that one's turned all the way up. So you see how well they work? They're very, very easy to read. If I transmit, you see the screen there? Very, very simple, easy to read. You just pop that on there. At any point you want to see what channel you're on.
VOX.
You know, very, very easy to put together and use. Not difficult at all. And I like them, okay? I like the fact that they're so thin and small and lightweight. Now, as I said, you are not going to get 100 miles out of these. This is not ham radio. This is radio for non-radio people, okay? A good example here, you know, I have a bunch of these radios, And my next door neighbor has a child that's kind of on the edge of being really, really sick, and she wants to keep in contact with me because I have landline service and my phone works, and her cell phones are all out in town. Example like that, she's able to contact me without a license, without a hassle. I literally hand her one of these, and at any point she can say, hey, call me, something's wrong, or hey, come over, I need help. Something like that, anything. Communications when you're cleaning up your street, If you have a neighborhood watch, great communications for it. So, very cool kind of things to use, very easy to use. They do have a rechargeable built-in 1650 milliamp hour lithium battery. That is not an 18650, it's a 1650 milliamp hour. It supports 16 to 24 hours of use. Standard USB, my standard micro USB interface can charge it as needed. Like I said, they are USB-C. So they will charge up fairly quickly. I do like the large display. It clearly shows the channel, the power, the volume, the transmission status, and any other information you need to know. Like I said, they're awesome for handouts in your neighborhood during an emergency to non-radio or non-tech people. They're made of really nice durable polymer. They have a really good back clip on them. It's actually sturdy. It doesn't feel like it's going to snap off. You got 22 channels. The item weight is 7.68 ounces. So it's definitely not heavy. The dimensions are 7.36 by 5.8 by 1.77 inches. So they are really, really thin. You could slip that in a shirt pocket or whatever. Again, you have a plug for headphones and a microphone. You have your transmit button, your function button, and your up and down once that function is activated. So what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to go about a mile down the road, okay? And I'm going to show you on camera my house from a mile away. And we're going to try these out. And we're going to see how well these work from that distance. What I'm also going to do is just leave one of these here. I'm going to leave one here, and we're going to try and transmit with it, and let this camera run, and you'll hear my transmission from a mile away. Now remember, I'm pretty lucky. I've got optimum conditions here. About a mile away down the street from me is nothing but clear land. Literally, you can see my house from where I'm going to be parking. So I'm going to leave this camera running, and I'm going to back out. I'm going to drive up there. We're going to try it out and see how they sound from that distance, and I'll come home and we'll wrap up. All right, forgive the shaky cell phone camera here, but if you can see off in the distance, they're way, way straight ahead with the house with the open garage. Where's my finger? That's about 0.8 miles, so it's almost a mile away. Okay, I got the radio here. We're going to transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the Retevis FRS 22-channel radio.
1, 2, 3, 4, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the Retevis FRS 22-channel radio.
All right, so there you go. Give it one more try. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, testing on the Retevis FRS radio.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, testing on the Retevis FRS radio.
All right, so you heard the radios. They sound pretty good. I mean, that's a 0.8 miles away. Not bad at all. I just jumped out of my car there. You saw the video of me where I was standing. You saw how far away my house was. Definitely good range for such a small little antenna and such a simple radio. I mean, it's really mindlessly simple, and that's what I like about these radios. There's no complicated stuff. I can hand that to anybody and say, if you want to talk, push that side button, and you're ready to go. Now, I want to tell you quickly about some of the features. They do have a keyboard lockout. If you push that center key there and you hold it for a long press, it will lock the keyboard. They have a power display. You short press power on the side there, and it will show you that. You can monitor by long pressing the forward key right there, and it will monitor whatever, if you hear somebody not breaking the squelch. We saw the Vox feature. It does have a timeout timer, so it's to prevent any one person from talking too long. You can set that. Basically, you push the press to talk key, hold it, and that will show you your timeout timer. You do have a busy channel lockout, so you can set that in the functions menu when you hold that down. So if you're scanning through there and there's a busy channel you don't want to hear over and over again, you can lock it out, and it makes for a much easier conversation between you and somebody else. You do have a low battery warning. You do have voice scrambling. It's sort of an encryption mode. Basically, it's very easy to decode if you had to. But if you want that little added extra bit of privacy, you can do it. And lastly, you have your Ctcs and Dcs modes. So if there is a busy channel and other people are talking on it, you can set your radio to only receive one CTCS DCS code and that one to only transmit it. And that way you can always hear each other no matter what's going on. Now that doesn't mean privacy. Everybody's going to hear your conversation. You just won't hear anybody else transmitting on that channel. And they will be able to interfere if they're transmitting and you transmit as well. So it's not perfect, but it does kind of cut down on all the interference and everything else. So that is the Retevis RB19 FRS 22-channel walkie-talkie set there. Very, very easy to use. Very nice form factor. I do like the small, compact form factor of these radios. I would definitely recommend them to anybody looking to get a little extra communications and a little extra security during some kind of emergency event. Definitely a cool thing. Like I say, if you want to get into ham radio, by all means do it. Ham radio is definitely far superior to any FRS radio you're ever going to get. You can talk a lot further. You can use repeaters. There's a whole ton of other stuff you can do with ham radio. But for your average Joe on the street who's never operated a radio before, FRS is the way to go. Very, very easy to operate. Anyway, folks, so thank you for watching. I will put the links down below for these radios here. And underneath that will be my Amazon affiliate store if you want to check it out. If there's nothing in there you like, just click the link, shop as you normally would. And don't forget to check out our Thrive Lifelink as well. All the proteins are coming back in stock now. So if you're going to order, now's the time to do it. Make sure you check them out because they are definitely stocked back up. And don't forget our Food for Patriots link as well. That's preparewithiridium.com, 25-year shelf life. You get a week's worth of food, 4 weeks worth of food, whatever you want. They do have the 4-week special right now. It's $100 off. So check them out at preparewithiridium.com. Anyway, folks, so thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.